Hey everyone, you've probably already watched Rhino dismantle Pony in the US Nationals final, and a lot has been said about their incredibly efficient offensive performance, but today I want to look at the defensive strategy that Rhino used to rattle Pony, and along the way you'll see some of the best tactics to use against side stack. This is Pony's very first O point. They initiated in this split stack and are now rolling up the field in a side stack structure. A contested fast count brings it to a halt on the sideline, and there's no breakside option for Chris Kocher to swing the disc. Ben Yot catches on the sideline, looking off Ben Katz's deep shot, and Marques Brownlee comes under, having roasted Owen Murphy with his initial move. However, it's not so simple for Pony. Chris Strub has his head up, spots Marques' separation, and dives into the lane to try and get to the open space first, and potentially get a poached block. He does enough for Yacht to fake to Marques, and he sensibly looks in field, searching for the player that Strub has left unmarked. This is pretty standard stuff so far, but what's exceptional is Daniel Lee's play.
Tight window to the middle, and it's Daniel Lee with the game's first block.
He also watches Marques get free, potentially communicating here for Strub to poach. Once he sees that Strub is successful, he goes looking for the poach player too. That's Sam Little, and Lee is striding towards him, accelerating as Yacht's throwing motion begins, managing to get in front and earn the cascading poach block. Now there is an option left free here. That's Lee's man of course, and if Yacht can find this option, it's an easy score for Pony. But it's a risk that many elite teams are willing to take when turns are so hard to come by.
Another Rhino veteran who's been waiting for an opportunity to make his mark on this type of stage.
And another playmaking defender and big-time athlete.
There's another example in the very next point. After Brownlee catches this first under on the sideline, instead of getting tight to Harper Garvey, Dylan Freechild sits in the open lane, blocking John Randolph's undercut. After a few passes, Pony are in trouble again. After more back-to-the-attack and match defense from Freechild, which I talked about in a recent video, Sam Little shakes free of Freechild into the center of the field, where he's thrown the disc which passes just inches by the outstretched hand of Aaron Kaplan. And Kaplan would have got away with it too if it weren't for his prior attempt to poach, having a sniff at the outside of this dump pass option to Randolph. This time, Pony take the backwards pass and race away, but Kaplan recovers well and is close yet again with this bid up the inside of Little. Notice how whether it's Strub's help on the under, Dylan's poach in the lane, or Kaplan's near miss, each time the Rhino defender has poached from the third man in the rotation. It's far from the first time we've seen the third handler or shallowest cutter exploited for poach opportunities, and that's because it's so hard to not be inactive in this position. You're too far away from the disc to be an easy swing option, and you're not far enough upfield to be worth taking a risky shot to. Probably your best bet on offense when poached in this position is to run behind the dump, receive the disc in the middle of the field and keep swinging it to the other side, and invert your offense completely, flooding the stack across to the other side and playing with the big space that's now in front of you. Here's another great poaching sequence from Rhino where Pony find the right out. Adam McNichols is tracking Yacht deep, and as he clears back to the stack, McNichols lingers in the lane to look to help Freechild if Garvey goes deep. At 6'5", this seems to be McNichols' role, a tall deep poach helping the shorter defenders like Freechild and Felix Morin. McNichols has in fact already switched with Freechild to contain deeps twice this point already. Yacht takes advantage of this poach and comes under. This time it's the massive David Sealand who spots Yacht's cut and poaches off Kocher, who's the third back for Pony. Similar to Daniel Lee's play earlier, Bowie spots that Kocher has been left free and makes a cascading switch onto him. That leaves Mickle free, and McNichols picks him up for a brilliantly executed triple switch. And though Pony managed to successfully swing the disc on this occasion, they're 30 yards back from where they should have been, with Bowie helping to prevent them getting further to the break side. Let's recap. To beat side stack, take advantage of the inactive players shallow in the stack to provide help on the active attackers cutting under. When you see a poached player try to present themselves as an option, try to switch onto them and rotate to leave the most difficult to hit player as the only free target. In the short run, you're going to get a good handful of poach blocks, and in the long run, this should force the offense to swing and switch the side which they attack from, or force the offense to play in a smaller and smaller sliver of the pitch going up the sideline. There were more issues in this game for Pony than just Rhino's switching and poaching. They really struggled to connect on deep shots and couldn't deal with Rhino's big ball or small ball play. For more analysis of Pony's big ball woes, check out LT's recent analysis on his blog. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Keith, everybody on the pony sideline expected Chris Kotcher to make this play, and when he fails to do so, it is a gut punch to everybody's psyche in a blue jersey.
I feel like I'd actually turn the attention to the mark. You can't let that backside huck go up if you're on the mark against Freechild.